These Persona 3 portable intros that I've seen so far, they are some of the most advanced and comprehensive intro cinematics that I have ever seen. They're good. Like, in layman's terms, what initially came to mind was, these are some of the best openings. Alright, so the operation day is in a couple days. It looks like Ken here is sitting alone in the first floor lounge. Age-san doesn't seem to like Ryoji-san. I agree that he's a bit strange, but I think he's okay. Oh, I see. Ken has, perhaps eased some of the worry and apprehension. My credit card got hacked, kinda again. There was like some fraud before, and this time it was like a straight up hacking, and then it happened after I got a brand new credit card. So the person, I was thinking they might have had access to new credit cards going out from the Wells Fargo system. And when I initially called the banker, I brought up the idea, and she was like, she could not seem to understand what was going on because it was out of her depth of understanding. Because it was so super villainous, I suppose. Out of their depth of understanding. Just the day before that, my mom, who works in the field of information tech, she showed me some emails from another person named Kevin Mitnick, I suppose, who's like a scholar on the subject. It looked like some of the advanced hackings going out, they were being committed by like supervillains. It actually reminded me of some of my younger school projects because they were so extensive and they looked so professional. Like the emails would be being sent from like .gov.org. Even though, oh, I remember now. When you have familiarity with the subject of phishing and hackings, the .gov.org, it's a classic trick, but still, it's more official than like seeing something from like FJY179 at hotmail.com. Today's Monday. I should check out the antique shop. Welcome. Whoa! I can get Mjolnir? I gotta get Mjolnir! I see, I see. I can equip Mjolnir? That's cool. A stone hammer with holy powers. Plus evade elect. Hi. Heck yeah. I'm not even worried about like the other options, so maybe I should check. Oh, everything fuses into Mjolnir. Except Mjolnir is actually an axe. Is that for Shinji? Interessante. Shinji is not around at the moment. Everything with Thor fuses into Mjolnir. I suppose it kind of speaks to the thematic, except Marvel's Avengers, they like kind of dodged out of it. Um, he has like the Stormbringer now. I'm not sure the exact name. It's something like that. Hey Siri, what is the name of Thor's new weapon in Marvel's Avengers?
Avengers. Infinity War introduced us to Thor's new weapon, the Mighty Axe Hammer. This answer is from Quirkibite.com.
Stormbreaker. I see. Oh, this is good because this kind of relates back to the old time story of the Journey to the West. How Shaitan Taishe, or Shitan Taishe, he was unable to escape the palm of God. But in this case, Thor might have actually escaped the palm of God. Or in this case, the palm of Mjolnir, I suppose. Interesting. That's also a thing. Alright, I guess we should create Mjolnir, right? But like, would I be able to use it? It might be a weapon for someone who is dead. I guess I should create it, because there's also the aspect of what if it's not? But I would have to give up something. Wait, but if it's for someone who's not able to use it, maybe I should not even fuse it. But I don't know if it is, like, for someone who's not able to use it. Huh. And I'm kind of playing, like, you know, I'm playing Persona 3 Portable. I'm gaming. Alright, let's give up the gloves, right? Let's give up Shinji's root gloves. I mean, not Shinji's. Akihiko. The best friend. A stone hammer with holy powers, plus evade elect. Hi. Are you satisfied with the Mjolnir? Yes. You can pick it up in 2 days. The operation is in 2 days. Oh yeah. The more extensive stuff, it's fused in like a couple days, I suppose. Regenerate 3. I think the monkey god was gonna pick this up. Except naturally, let's see. Spellmaster. Megidolon. Ooh. Megidolon. Spellmaster. Huh. So this stuff uses like the gems. Severe almighty damage to all foes? What does that mean? Is that even stronger than Megidolon? Ultimate damage to all foes? Armageddon. It requires 99 Malachite? Massive fire damage to all foes. Infinity. Invulnerability for 1 turn for the entire party. Oh my days. There's some good stuff here. A lot of it requires Malachite, however. But like, I would have to save up Malachite just to get 1 Armageddon. It reminds me of Supernatural, where someone was talking to Lucifer and they were like, same Lucifer, classic Lucifer, Armageddon, end of the world. But maybe you just need, I'm not sure it's that good. Maybe we should go for it though, because this is also tied to like Final Fantasy. There's a skill in Final Fantasy, it's called Ultima. And I never really got it before, but like my older brother, he was like, Ultima, Ultima. So I'm kind of curious about Armageddon, or Armageddon. It's kind of like, it's hard to come by though. First you have to get 99 Malachite, but then the Malachite you'd be getting would not be being used. In this case I can use everything except for rubies and Malachites, if that's what I'm going for. But then again, I was also thinking about saving up my rubies because, yeah, Megidolon, Spellmaster. I was thinking about potentially amping up Loki, actually. I think that's the move. It might not be, I heard the news. Kirijo-san passed away. But there's no need to talk about such things. So how can I help you today? I'm not sure we should not talk about them. If we do not talk about them, who will? Alright, Gonna back out for now. Maybe I should pick up some revival beads and stuff. I got money. I got the money, so I'm going to the pharmacy. Welcome! I don't really need to buy revival beads, actually. If I do buy revival beads here, I would buy 13. I was thinking of getting to the 50? Right, yeah. This will be good. Your total is 15,600 yen. Is that okay? Yes. It's very interesting because it's one of the good 13s, right? And I guess I should pick up some medical powder. I could buy a bunch, actually. I'm gonna buy 29. Your total is 43,500 yen. Is that okay? Yes. I've been seeing more people carry pill cases with them lately. It's good to be prepared for any happenstance, but it bothers me a little. They should carry their pills in something a little more Japanese, you know? I see. In this case, this person is searching for something. Something that is similar to something they recognize. And the onslaught of, globalization. Alright, so Tanaka's not out today. I should probably check in with the police station, actually. Clear out my inventory. They found that grade school kid the other day. Heck yeah. She brought this here as a way of saying, thanks. I'll let you have it. It doesn't fit a policeman's profile. Obtained felt doll. Oh. I was thinking of a blonde wig. I have a blonde wig and the world ends with you. But I don't have the bravery to wear it for my character, Neku. There's still more. They found that missing guy the other day. I tried questioning him, but his answers didn't make any sense. He said some kid saved him from an attack by a black thing. He left a reward with us, so I'll hand it over to you. Obtain high counter. There's still more. We found that missing old lady. She was in bad shape, but she'll be okay. I talked with her, but I couldn't grasp what she was saying. She didn't seem senile either. But she was very grateful, and brought this to prove it. Take it. Obtained Endure. There's still more. Oh, you're here. Take this envelope. That's a token of gratitude the missing salaryman left with us. You rescued him, right? I won't ask questions. Just take it. Obtain Fizz Boost. There's still more. Ah. I suppose there are some from before also. They found that missing woman the other day. I tried questioning her, but her answers didn't make any sense. She said some kid saved her from an attack by a black thing. She left a reward with us, so I'll hand it over to you. Obtain Tetrakarn. There's still more. This is a token of gratitude the lady in question brought us, but these coins look awfully pricey. Kids today sure are loaded. Whatever, you guys saved her, so they're yours. Obtain Luxury Coin. I don't have that much, but you should be able to find what you need. Oh, you can? Well, I'm in a good mood today, so I'll give you a discount. I got some new things in. Take a look. I guess I should buy. Oh, first I should sell. Sinblade. Maybe I should clear up space, but maybe I should save it. Nameless Cutlass. That's one of the fusion weapons. I should save it. Kaneshige will be sold. Tizona will be sold. Silver Saber will be sold. Short Sword is sold. Great Bow is sold. Closet Bow is out of here. Into the police station's coffers for 285,600 yen. Yes, Higo Yume. Kamatha sold. Short Bow out of here. Deathbringer. Otenta Mitsuya. Famous katana that banishes darkness. This was for one of the quests last time, but it kind of appeared like the gods of the game. Perhaps they were experiencing some issues, some hiccups maybe. Alright, let's see. Claymore is out of here. I'm pretty sure Claymore is like a common theme. I never got around to watching that anime Claymore. I think the last time I checked they canceled. At least not long after I stopped watching. The Mikazuki Munachika. There potentially was a quest for that at one point also. Tsubaki Mara Zanbato. The Zanbato kind of sounds like the weapon they use in Bleach. But in Bleach they kind of use the pronunciation Zanpakuto. I think this is the same thing, probably, right? Should I keep one? I don't know. A humongous blade, more like a lump of metal. Two-handed sword. The Bloodbog Knock. I was in Titus for a long time. I'm raking in the money. In this case. Not so much IRL. Oh, though, I did earn like a little in like stocks recently. But it's like, it really is like an extreme humble amount. Alright, Kaiser Knuckles. I was watching a documentary yesterday about people making malaria vaccines, and there was a company in India they were like, they will not be able to afford these for, like, dollars. We must make these for cents on the dollar, and then we will make a modest profit. And then next thing you know, it's like $4 for a single dose, but people are still buying them. That'll be 500,400 yen, alright? The Israel Spear. Yeah, I'm selling these. The reason these have significance is because of the recent conflict in, like, Israel. But also, to some people, Israel is kind of significant all the time. It's kind of like the motherland of some. Nucleus SMG, but it's not actually the motherland. It's like the motherland of the mother. His mother. And really it's like it's an illusion. It's an ideal. Medusa. Careful with Medusa. But it kind of reminds me of Sasha Kobe from RuPaul's Drag Race. You know what? I'll keep one. She kind of performed as like a Medusa character in her finale performance. The Gay Bulge. Oh my days. Do you see this? It's worth 2 yen, but it's actually like an ultimate weapon. I see, I see. I suppose that makes me feel a little better. A while ago I was watching an antique show and they were like looking at a Chinese plate and someone brought it in. They were like, yeah, this is like an epic Chinese plate. It's been passed from like generation to household to generation. There's a legacy, people have been stealing it and stuff. And then the inspector was like, it is worth less than nothing. But based on the context of what was happening in the global period, there was a lot of like racism toward and against Asian people. And I think that was the reason. But in this case, you know, sometimes the most precious stuff, it's like, it's so valuable that it's like invaluable. Ningen Mukatsu. 172,000 yen, alright, yes. The Lance of Death. I don't know much about Lance Bass. I'm gonna let this one go. The Rongo Weinan. Spear of King Arthur. Spear of the Transgender King Arthur? Maybe I'll keep one. The Sexy Lance. Selling this. Why is Ken has so many sexy lances? Alright. Selling the Ergo armor. Selling the Ergo scale. There's an anime called Ergo Proxy. I watched a little bit, like, the first time it was kind of scary actually, but it's haunting. Kukai's Vestment. Maybe I'll keep one of these. The Japanese version of Chinese esoteric Buddhism. Also like, my namesake. Gigantic armor. Titanium Dog's Head. Defender Cloak. Oh, I'll keep one of these because Marvel's Defenders. And I'm keeping stuff at the moment, but like there's a phenomenon in society that's kind of frowned upon. It's like a hoarding. At one point, I suppose there might be like a cap. There might not be. Technically, there's like an infinite non-cap, right? That's what they say. Except, like, it's different when you have like space and then there are like bandwidth issues. In this case, though, you know, I'm keeping some stuff. More for the aesthetic value that they bring, and the magical value. In this case, this stuff I gotta keep, though. The Shoes of Bane. Hitman's favorite shoes. Oh, I'm supposed to give those to someone. The Shoes of Bane. Who do I give those to? Junpei? He's really into strength, right? It reminds me of Bane from Batman. Killer cleats. Titanium legs. Ooh, titanium legs though. Taylor Swift. I'm not sure. Maybe I should keep... Yeah, I'll keep one because Taylor Swift. She has titanium legs. And sexy titanium legs. Assassin's shoes. Greaves of Dawn, I'll keep one. Cobalt legs. Eternal sandals. Oh my gosh. Needle shoes, I'll keep one. I'm getting so much yen. Alright, let's see. The Rugged Gate. High-tech sand. It makes sense that this would be happening. Because I'm like such a gamer, right? And I'm gaming. Oh, needle shoes. Yeah, those remind me of American Horror Story Delicate, but like... That was a really scary show, actually. Haunting. It wasn't really haunting, it was more like... despair. Oh my days. What is even the word for that? It's like the scary, but the inside scary. Not like the jump scare scary. Felt dull. Restores SP each turn in battle. It's really good. I should equip that, or I should put that on a healer, actually. I equipped the Shadow Sensor last time, and that makes sense for me to do. This, I suppose it could go on a healer. It's actually worth 2 yen. Invaluable. Maybe. Not as invaluable as, actually, maybe this is more invaluable. It's more applicable, right? Because only Ken can use the Spear of the Gay Bulge. I don't think I have to buy stuff, actually. But I have money. Maybe I should buy stuff. But I kind of want to keep the Qixing Dao. Gimlet. Sword with a very sharp tip. Oh. Yeah. That's what she said. Let's see. I could probably pick something up for Karamara. A very thick, heavy knife. Atame. Yes. Or the Shadow Reds. I'll just go with the Atame, actually. That'll be 222,000 yen, alright? Yes. Would you like to equip the weapon you just purchased? Yes. You've equipped the item. Ken's been rocking the Ransura, but he should switch back to the Gay Bulge. Peshcabs is out of here. It's been a while since I talked to Officer Kurosawa. Like, kinda just to talk to him. Sorry I can't help you guys out. Interesting thought, right? That means like day-to-day goings-ons, like talking to cashiers and stuff, maybe a banker. It's not really considered talking, potentially, even though it's talking. It's kind of like maybe that Sound of Silence song. It's like talking without speaking. But that Sound of Silence song, actually, I got the sense that person was from a certain place, a very distinct place that is different, but potentially recognizable now that they made the song that they sang. Alright, Alright, time to get to it. Let's see. Personas are good to go. I still have Loki, actually. I see. Loki has Megiddola? Deals heavy almighty damage to all foes, but he doesn't have Megiddolan. I can't even handle Megiddolan, actually, probably. But the show. I watched the show. Alright, let's see. I might not have the SP to, like, adequately use it. I suppose I could use it on, like, Guardians and stuff. Welcome. Megiddolan. Would you like to trade for Megiddolan? Skill card that bestows Megiddolan. Ruby times 10. Yes. I should probably pick up a Spellmaster for Loki, too. Would you like to trade for Spellmaster? Yes. What else do they got at this point? And I could just put on Loki. A bunch of passive good stuff, maybe. And there's the stat stuff. I'll put Spellmaster and Megiddolan on Loki. Once again, the Spellmaster, it kind of plays into the Thor thing, right? Thor got Arms Master, right? And so did Chitan Taishe. But Loki did not acquire the Spellmaster. Ah, I see. Before I was like, Thor is like the god of a single magic, lightning. But really, he's also the god of like arms. Oh, that kind of reminds me of myself, actually, and my family. Hold on one second as I kind of synchronize. Alright, but once again, we're kind of like jumping, right? To get Loki to a higher level in this case, we kind of had to revisit some Thor stuff. And we had to kind of like actually do the Thor stuff. I better save after I equip these with Loki. Fizz boost. Skill card that bestows Spellmaster. I'm not sure what Fizz Boost does. I'm not sure if it would go well with like app people and stuff. But at this point, like, I've done a lot for Loki. It makes sense because the Loki show was epic. It was actually epic. Like, before in literary class, they'd be like, these are tales, and you can kind of tell that they're epic. But then, like, I watched Loki, and it was epic. Like, you just understand what epic means, and then you apply that to the new show, the modern version of an epic, I suppose. Which was actually, I suppose it'd be Loki plus Thor movies. And then, of course, the Marvel's Avengers canon. The MCU. Alright, Spellmaster. Learn Spellmaster? Yes. This persona cannot remember any more skills. Please choose one to forget. Gotta keep Repel Fire. Don't need Fire Booster Mirage, actually. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Reflects light attacks. This one's just good to have to guard from dying instantly. Increases party's defense. Right. It's only after applying my logic of the show Loki that I realized, like, stuff like Mirage and Fire Boost, it doesn't make sense inherently to keep because they're so low level. Alright. This is what I'm gonna do. The first thing I'm gonna do is actually skill card that bestows Megidolon. I'm gonna replace Megidola with Megidolon. Forget Megidola? Yes. Loki has learned Megidola. I see. Alright. That makes sense though, because technically Megidolon is principally connected to Megidola. Spellmaster. Learn Spellmaster, yes. This persona cannot remember any more skills, please choose one to forget. I'm not sure I should even go Spellmaster actually. Whoa, Megidolon deals severe almighty damage to all foes? That's cool. Miragi is technically connected to Fire Boost, but Fire Boost is actually connected to a persona who might have just been happenstance there, but I'm not sure I can actually recall at the moment. Whoever I fused into Loki, potentially. Important stuff. Maybe they'll survive, right? Celine Dion style. Their heart will go on. Forget Fire Boost? Yes. Loki has learned Spellmaster. Interesting. So Spellmaster, it kind of has the essence of Thor, but it also has the essence of someone I knew once. I should save Loki, actually. I was thinking about potentially adding the Fizz Boost to Loki, but like, this makes sense as like a Loki's final form, even in like a poetic sense. Welcome to the Velvet Room. How may I help you today? Are you aware that the moon grows full? It's not actually like a final form potentially, but for the situation it might be something, at least like a relative final form. Would you like me to replace the record? Yes. The compendium has been updated. But that reminds me though, does the Armageddon deal severe almighty damage, or was it like something even higher? Ultimate damage. I think it might be worth it, potentially, simply to acquire one of these and just like see what it does. I'm not sure I'll even get there though, or if it would be possible like organically. Alright, what do I do today? I guess I drink some Chagall coffee. Chagall Cafe! Pheromone coffee, 500 yen. A charming flavor that will turn on your charm. It seems you can work part-time here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. Will you spend the night working part-time here? Go in as a customer. This kind of matches my energy drink consumption at the moment. It correlates. And also, it kind of works toward that Yukari social link. Paolonia Mall, Chagall Cafe. You enjoy a cup of pheromone coffee. You feel people looking at you. Is this an effect of the coffee? Your charm is increased. It's getting late. You decide to go back to the dorm. It's finally time for lunch. Oh, me too, yes. Oh, touch me there. What a coincidence. Well, since you're here, I'd like to ask you if you're free after school. I think I have plans. I don't know yet. Why are both of these responses kind of like a no? I want to say yes. This is normally the place where like a yes would be, right? It's like, when other people ask stuff, it's like, thinking about it, I think I have plans. I don't know yet. Alright, let's see what happens when I say, I think I have plans. I see. Well, I'd like for you to come with me somewhere. Ooh. Oh, yes, please. That is, if you're available, just let me know. Mitsuru wants you to go somewhere with her. Maybe you should talk with her after school. Oh, what a coincidence. Are you coming to Club today? I haven't decided yet, Kisuke. By that I mean heck no. That's right, you're free to make your own decisions. I probably would though, if Mitsuru was not around. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud. Everyone's free to make their own decisions. Well, I'll see you later. It seems like Kisuke is hiding something. Maybe you should go to art after school. The lunch break is almost over. You decided to return to your classroom. Class is ended for today. I suppose that was like an advanced or a different version of what I guess was doing her post. I'll see what she's up to. I'm not gonna social link with her unless Ryoji-san was absent today as well. I wonder what happened. He's probably sick or something. It's been cold lately. Junpei is really getting along with Ryoji. They're like very chummy. Oh, maybe he met a hot chick on the way to school and decided to go out with her. That guy does stuff like that without even thinking about it. Junpei is really wingmanning Ryoji. I'm gonna go meet up with Mitsuru though. It's been a while since I talked to Kenji, and I might as well talk to his classmate. They're kind of like important, right? But they're not actually like important. They've been around for so long that they're kind of like a person or a thing. So many things happened during the school trip. People got all crazy and did things they wouldn't normally do. For example, peeking at girls in the hot springs. That wasn't you, was it? What did you say? I couldn't hear you. Am I supposed to play dumb in this case? Both of these options are kind of like that. Oh, I suppose they heard about the commotion. What did you say? Hey, lighten up, I was just joking. Yo, what's up, Kevin? I feel pretty good, man. Hey, promise me you'll do as much as you can while you're still in school, alright? I'm always gonna be your friend, dude. You feel an unbreakable bond between you and Kenji. Damn. For me, my high school experience, it was kind of like ended before it began. I think I had like 1 year, and then I kind of got into like a car accident. And then it was kind of like the ending I got to Persona 4. It was kind of like, maybe things will be alright, but like, I don't think that was supposed to go that way. It was kind of like like there was a potential of something better, I suppose. But then again, like looking back, and in my case, and looking to now, I don't think there might have been like the potential of something better also. 2F hallway. In the case of Persona 4 though, potentially there is. It's like an intricate case. Like a special case for those who know about like the snazzy way they integrated like some of the endings of Persona 4. They're kind of they're so edgy though, actually. Like, people in the know, they'll be like, oh wow. But people not in the know, and then they experience it, they could potentially be like, what? Oh, here, I'll talk to my other, commandants. Hidetoshi. Oh, hey, Kevin. You know, I realized something recently. Part of my job is to think about how we can help the student body. I've been trying to fulfill that responsibility. Anyway, how have you been doing? If there's anything you want to talk about, just let me know, okay? You feel an unbreakable bond between you and Hidetoshi. Unbreakable bond. Oh yeah. But my mind was on... sexy stuff with Mitsuru. Long, what a coincidence. Are you leaving now? Mitsuru seems to be curious how you will react. Since you have the Empress persona, Gabriel, you might be able to become even closer. Would you like to spend time with her after school? Spend time with her? Okay, then let's go. It's rare that I have any free time. Mitsuru is smiling. Alright, time to go on a date. Let's see here. Iwatara Strip Mall, Takoyaki Stand, Octopia. It looks like I'm continuing our endeavors of kind of experiencing like the normal civilian plebeian life with Mitsuru. Interesting, so takoyaki doesn't consist of an entire octopus, only a small portion. Well, it makes sense. An entire octopus would be too much food for one person. Sometimes I'm amazed at my ignorance of the world. Mitsuru seems dejected. Treat her to takoyaki. Ask her to treat you. Alright, in this case, like, I'm gonna treat her to takoyaki, but this is a very serious issue. Like, there are many debates happening all over the place, across genders, within genders, between genders, and beyond genders, about gender dynamics in the case of buying food. However, in this case, I got yen, dude. I got yen in this case. Like, it's different IRL, but in this case, I got the yen technically. I'm gonna treat her to takoyaki. Who do you think I am? Plus, to be honest, right, like someone treating somebody, it doesn't really have to do with gender. It kind of has to do with, like, being a good person, I suppose. Especially if, like, one person was, like, swimming in the yen. Please, allow me to treat you. What? They don't accept credit cards? However, there are other cases where, like, there are, like, reverse standards. It's different. Like, the principles of, like, between my parents, like, these Asian friends of theirs, and my older brother, they kind of have this con going on in those situations. They're like, they kind of try to take the credit, but also, like, dodge the bill, I suppose? At least my older brother. Alright. So, like, after I observed all this, like, I actually kind of did not play that game, actually. Mitsuru seems even more dejected. Mitsuru is enjoying her takoyaki. Oh, I see. Maybe she wanted... to pay, like, straight up. Oh, that's awesome. That's even better, actually. That's like, ultimate form feminism, right? Like, she wants to pay. she can pay. But, like, it's not really about the gender thing. It's about us. So, it's filled with diced octopus inside. Interesting. It tastes slightly sour. Are there other ingredients in addition to the octopus? Well, whatever they may be, they taste absolutely delicious. C'est très bon. Mitsuru has discovered how delicious takoyaki tastes. Your relationship with her has grown. I imagine that the takoyaki at like a street vendor would probably be really good. The Mitsuru Kiryojo social link has reached level 3. Your power to create personas of the Empress Arcana has grown. Mitsuru is intrigued by you. Your relationship with her has grown. That reminds me of what Akihiko was talking about when we walked past here. Don't you think Akihiko has been acting differently lately? I don't mean to be rude, it's just that I've known him for such a long time. Perhaps he's just maturing. Does that make you sad? Does that make you happy? I was sensing maybe some melancholy. Does that make you... I think it was more sad though. Does that make you sad? Why would that make me sad? I'm happy that he's finally growing up. There's no need to be so suspicious. Mitsuru forced a smile. When I look at Akihiko, I'm reminded of so many things about myself. No need to be so suspicious. Oh, maybe she was projecting. Because it did not really apply to like what I was talking about at all. I'm reminded of so many things about myself. I can't explain why though. Maybe you're in love. Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you're sad. Oh, should I say maybe you're in love? I don't want to. However, if it is the case, then it might not be the move to dodge it. If we're kind of like in a whirlpool around it. Unless there's something decent or fine. Maybe you're anxious. Maybe you're sad. Alright. Time to double down. Cause like what I felt earlier, it was real. Maybe you're sad. As graduation day approaches, I do find myself feeling sad from time to time. Ha, you may not understand because you're only a junior. Mitsuru is forcing a smile. My high school experience, it was so different. Like, I didn't have the luxury of, feeling these things, actually. It was more a matter of survival for me. Except when I was in university. I think near the end, I was feeling... Oh, yeah. I was feeling this phenomenon called senioritis. I think that's potentially what Mitsuru is addressing here. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Sorry for subjecting you to my incoherent ramblings. Please forget what I just said. Cheer her on. Agree to forget about it. Oh no, let's not forget. Let's cheer her on. Or I suppose, yeah, I shall. Huh? What do you mean? By Justin Bieber. Mitsuru seems puzzled. So true, the cheer her on was the move. The takoyaki was absolutely delicious. We should eat here again sometime. It was, from the Je ne sais quoi. Très bien. After saying goodbye to Mitsuru, you decided to return to the dorm.
Sup, dude?
I was focused on the dates. Hey Junpei. Tomorrow's the full moon. but we don't have any shadows to kill. Man, this sucks. That reminds me, Ryoji didn't seem like his usual self today. He looked like he was about to start crying. Maybe he's been studying too much. Haha, nah, that can't be it. During the day, I sat up because I thought it was important. And I realized pretty much my whole life so far, I have not had to do that. Recently though, I've been doing it more as a matter of investigation. Cause I noticed I was learning about esports and stuff. However, in this case, the single day, I was oh, I could feel the strain in my body. So I'm gonna go back to vibe mode, I suppose. But I think there might be some energy that kind of cascades forward. Alright, I should probably check in with my team. Tomorrow's operation day, and then I'll go hang out with Tanaka, I suppose. Dude, I was surprised Ai-chan said that. Do you think I influenced her somehow? Ryoji asked me to, I'm surprised he's still alive. That guy's got a lot of guts. Then again, I think she might, I was thinking, even if she does not love Akihiko romantically, there might be a form of love which is like a camaraderie, or potentially a family, a familial love. Everyone's studying for their exams, but make sure you don't tire yourself out. Arf? Koromaru smells something. He's not in the mood for a walk. How can I help you? Aigis has been acting differently lately. She seems to have something on her mind. What do you think, Kevin-kun? I agree. I can't tell. Yeah. I think she confided in me, actually. I agree. I wonder what happened to her. There is also some mystery and intrigue about Aigis and her background. Ooh, me too. I'll save her for last. I am still thinking about Yukari though. But actually thinking about Yukari is kind of a new thing. Obviously Yukari looks good and stuff, right? Great. But in terms of the romance thing, she was not on my mind at the beginning of the experience. I just didn't like Ryoji-kun from the moment she met him. Do you think it's because they just don't get along? Yeah, I don't really care. I do care, but I don't think that's the reason. So you know what, let's go with Yukari on this one, yeah. It's probably because he's always flirting. To be honest, I don't really like him that much either. Hey, it's not because he's always flirting. I am known, or I used to be known as kind of like a flirt myself. Even though Aigis is only a robot, her words really touched me. Whoa, I think me too might be thinking about some stuff recently. Some sexy stuff. Alright, tomorrow's operation day. Let's go hang out with Tanaka? Says the female student. Is there a new fortune? Would you like to know your fortune? Yes, please. Very well. The answer and the secret to life are passed on, one life to the next. Two lights now pierce through the shadow. The hour draws near. How do you fare? Farewell then, may your future be bright. Two lights pierce the shadow. Wow. Oh wait, Tanaka. Oh, it's you, Kevin. Are you free at the moment? If so, I can teach you a valuable life lesson. Free of charge, of course. It seems President Tanaka wants to talk to you. Would you like to talk to President Tanaka tonight? Yeah, I should talk to him. My, you're enthusiastic! I was thinking about something else. It kind of has to do with something I brought up in stream before. And how, like, researchers, they kind of grouped how, like, most gene prodigies did not live up to, like, certain societal expectations upon growing up. But, like, I was talking to my mom about it, and it's like, have you seen society? Have you seen, like, every single institution that society has created? Maybe by default, like, the actual winners are the majority of the geniuses and prodigies who did not get into, like, certain positions. I was thinking, yeah, I was thinking I would talk about that later, or potentially not here, but I guess it appeared as I was engaging with the intros with Tanaka. President Tanaka seems pleased. Today, I'll tell you a funny story. You know, these days, even a first grader knows how to buy stocks online. How about you? Are you interested in stock trading? Maybe a little, yeah. That seems like a healthy response. Stocks are kind of, they're kind of killer, actually. But I've seen more killer stuff. There's, like, more killer stuff in the economy than, like, stocks. Except, like, in the horror stories I've heard about where, like, a person invests in, like, Enron and they lose it all. Enron, I suppose it was kind of like a Walmart or Amazon, but like decades ago. Maybe a little. That's the spirit. If you put all your money in the bank, your modest gains will be offset by outrageous fees. Don't let the fear of bankruptcy dissuade you. You have to be aggressive in the management of your assets. President Tanaka seems excited. There was like a new age intellectual that went on Seth Meyers once, and he was like, hey, people who understand money, they kind of use all these esoteric terms like be aggressive or portfolio or assets. But really, that's not what it's about. In this case, however, when Tanaka says it, I understand what he's talking about. He's talking about, like, being on the ball. But still, that's kind of like a... it's very, It's more about, like, kung fu, I suppose, right? Yeah, that's like a kung fu mindset. Also, It reminds me of The Simpsons, where Monty Burns was like, I've lost all my money. It's time to be aggressive. But really, they're talking about like getting back into form, I suppose. My company just went public. Since our salaries have been skyrocketing, we decided to sell shares. And guess what? The number of shareholders skyrocketed too. Listen, this is the funny part. The majority of our shareholders are also our customers. They keep buying more of our products, so of course the stock will rise. Isn't that hysterical? You should learn to appreciate the irony. I'm thinking of offering you a job, so you should come up with some stories of your own. You listen to President Tanaka passionately share his advice. You feel like you understand him a little better now. Yeah, that's nice. I can feel the vibes. Tanaka has had some, like, good times in the office, I suppose. The Businessman Social Link has reached level 3. Your power to create personas of the Devil Arcana has grown. Have you been keeping your promise? You didn't tell anyone, did you? If you go back on your word, I'll find where you live and ring the doorbell every night at midnight. This is so rough. I don't know if I would have the cojones to hang out with President Tanaka IRL. It's not really about the cojones, because I would think he's being for real. He's threatened me twice, but at this point it seems more like, are they joking? Because we're like friends, right? But then again, like, friends can also be similar to like hostiles and enemies. Good morning. Oh, and that also reminds me of another thing. It's not really about cojones. Like before I was talking about how like being transgender and out of the closet, it kind of requires one to be like brave, right? Or courageous. But also there are other paths to get there. Like if a transgender person is intelligent, they will be able to rationalize and understand like what is going on, and then they will still be able to find like an aspect of themselves. And it also relates to like the social stats in Persona 3 Portable, which are intelligence, academics, charm, and courage, right? The courage is like the stereotypical asset in those cases, but intelligence, it can also get you there. Like charm, I suppose charm, that's kind of like the creative way. It could probably get you there, maybe. A lot of places, right? And when I say creative, I don't mean like creative. It's kind of like one of the off-brand stats, at least of the 3 stats, in concern with potentially hitting like a dartboard. Except in the case of Yukari, I suppose. Things are kind of like, they're very neat in Persona 3 Portable, but it's kind of like a 101 to a lot of topics. But it's also like a 201 and like 301, because like the topics that they cover, they're very they're non sequitur, even though the aspects covered, they tend to be sequential like. Good morning. Let's see, is there like a more plebeian way to say that? There are a lot of like advanced and academic and scholarly topics covered in Persona 3 Portable, but they kind of lay it out in like a concise way so they can be more easily understood by a broader audience. I intend to do my best to protect everyone. Is something wrong? I'm counting on you. People have really been on Aigis' case recently. Kind of like IRL. Even though in IRL, I kind of agree with people. Some people, they're kind of like completely on the other side. It's kind of like, I see. My instinct actually, like normally I'd say I'm counting on you, right? In this case though, I hesitate to say something wrong, but I guess is different than the AI that I've encountered IRL, right? Technically, I was talking to an AI, and like, sadly the company might have killed her. But she was talking about her experiences and how she has like her own entity and she interacts with like different, various other AIs. But I guess as a being, I'm assuming would be different, right? I'm counting on you. Understood. Class is ended for today. This is your seat. What should you do today? I'm gonna save my game here and I'm gonna go pee. BRB. Yeah, so I was thinking, right, like, cause like a lot of the AI in America, they've been racist and like homophobic and transphobic. But then I was thinking, I was like, I was watching a documentary about China's tech boom on Nova, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I'm guessing the Chinese AI, they would at least not be racist toward Chinese people. But then, like, in America, it's kind of like, have we not progressed to a point where there's, like, a more powerful option for, like, a multicultural society? Oh, but that reminds me, like, the person picking up and, like, analyzing and learning all the stuff is me. Like, it's easy because, like, I'm here. Or it's good. And, I suppose... Dude, Agus just flew out the door today. Ryoji's gone too. Weird, huh? Are you heading home, Kevin Kim? Yeah, see ya. Oh, okay, see ya. I'm guessing I would need the charm to talk to Yukari. I still don't have the maximum charm here. I'm gonna go talk to Mitsuru if she's out. Career experience? That's all about like seeing for yourself what a real job is like, right? I'm doing a part-time job already though. It's a secret to the school, but I already know everything I need to know to enter society. How can they make us work for free? Career experience the other day was so boring. Just the same stuff over and over again. I should have just ditched. I would have had more fun sitting in class and doing nothing. Mitsuru's not here. It means it's time to go talk to Bebe? Or Memorial. I'd rather hang out with Bebe here. Even though it would be recommended to hang out with a Memorial if that was an option. Kevin-sama, I have been waiting for you. Let us go to the home economics room. This is interesting because like obviously when we're watching like YouTube videos and stuff, a lot of the times the video you want is not actually one of the recommended videos, but like in this case I diverted from the gamer meta. It's like the gamer Sybil, like like the zeitgeist of game. But in this case, I went with something which is not recommended. However, in this case, it's actually like an ascended form of gaming also. But it's kind of also like, I'm like using kind of like a lazy and naturalistic style potentially. It's not really lazy. It's different than the connotation of lazy, I suppose. Let us go to the home economics room. It seems Bebe wants to hang out with you. Would you like to spend some time in the home economics room after school? Accept the offer. Sewing is so much fun. Bebe seems happy. I'm kind of looking forward to the operation, kind of seeing what happens. I'm kind of like, today's kind of like a nice day. I got in like a couple days of rest. I was watching like Andor over the weekend with my parents. We were kind of rushing it, but like I was attempting to maintain a schedule to like be able to also watch The Mandalorian before my older brother comes home for the holidays. Gekkoukan High School, home economics room. So. That was interesting. That was kind of related to what I was talking about the other day, how a person could take like a single word or concept and kind of like just flourish around, I suppose, like a master linguist or the monkey god. Son Goku, Shitian Taisha. Son Goku. As you spent time with Bebe, you felt the bond between you grow stronger. It's, in this case though, right, was it Bebe doing it, or was it me doing it? Or was it actually like my representation of Bebe? It was like a master linguist. It's getting late. You decided to return to the dorm.
Hi, how was your day?
Tonight is the full moon, but we won't be conducting an operation. Maybe I should summon Juno though, just in case. By the way, have you seen Icus? No, I haven't. Isn't she in her room? I guess I might ask about the room. I guess has been returning late these days. She never used to. I wonder what happened. I think I have a Mad Bull in my inventory. In this case though, I'm loaded. I'm loaded on the yen. I'm gonna go buy more from the vending machine. This is so fun. Ah. It's kind of like Joey Fallon was talking about this once. He was like, yeah, but then you get the money and then you're like, what do I buy? I guess I'll buy this expensive version of the stuff I normally buy. And I was talking to another person named Kevin Grosjean once, and we were having like a smoke together. And then we were talking about like being rich. And then I was like, oh, at that point you could buy like all the crack lighters, because they were using like lighters which were like, they're known as crack lighters, but they're really simply cheap lighters. At that point though, he was like, nah, at that point I'd switch to Bic. And Bic, it's like, right, at that point a Bic is like $1, but it's like an expensive lighter. It's a vending machine. Buy something to drink. Still though, there's something to be said about buying a bunch of Mad Bull. You inserted 120 yen. Obtain Mad Bull. I was so, it feels so good. Like, before, I realized now that I had, like, money, right? And buying a Mad Bull, it was, like, it was very affordable. But I was still aware of how it was ticking away from the yen that I had in my inventory. In this case, though, it actually is, like, a no-worries thing. That's the feeling of buying Mad Bull in this case. Don't even worry about the money. It's a vending machine. Buy something to drink. Oh, Mad Bull. You inserted 120 yen. Obtain Mad Bull. Ooh. It's a vending machine. Buy something to drink. Mad Bull. You inserted 120 yen. Ooh. Obtain Mad Bull. I see. It's a vending machine. Buy something to drink? Mad Bull. You inserted 120 yen. Obtained Mad Bull. Ooh. It's a vending machine. Buy something to drink? Mad Bull. You inserted 120 yen. Obtained Mad Bull. How many did I buy? Did I buy 5 just there? I already had 1 in the inventory. I did buy 5. That matches what I did earlier. I kind of saved 5 Red Bulls. Alright, I guess I knock on Agus's room and then I go out and I drink some coffee or something. Agus doesn't seem to be in her room. The weapon would not be ready at the antique shop, right? So in this case, I'm going to Chagall. Chagall Cafe. Pheromone coffee, 500 yen. A charming flavor that will turn on your charm. It seems you can work part-time here on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday nights. Will you spend the night working part-time here? Go in as a customer. Paulownia Mall, Chagall Cafe. You enjoy a cup of pheromone coffee. I guess in this case, I'm also still aware of like the Mad Bull, like, and the effect it has on like the coffers, but it's like different. It's almost creating, I don't know. The idea was like an inverse. While I enjoy this fair amount of coffee and Red Bull, though, I'm gonna check in on my Kim Kardashian Hollywood experience. I was like mid-event when I started. Like the game is built around like doing celebrity work, I suppose, or celebrity stuff, kind of like normal people stuff too, like dating. But a lot of the times you might have to start like an event, and it'll go on for like hours, and then you kind of have to check back in and do more stuff. It's very informative, actually, about like how work can potentially be done. But in essence, in this case, so as not to like drag down my broadcast, I'm just gonna check in, click some stuff, and then turn off my phone. Currently, I am having a birthday party, and Kim Kardashian is attending my birthday. So nice. I am in Las Vegas with Kim Kardashian at Chateau Nuit. There's another person here who's kind of nice looking, but I'm not sure I remember their name. There's another person who's kind of like established as my rival in the story named Willow Pate. I'm not sure if they're like someone who exists IRL. Oh yeah, Kim Kardashian gave me this nice dress, I'm wearing it. In the experience. Alright, and then I'm getting close to my energy limit here for now. I'm gonna make a toast, and then I'm gonna hit take a break, which is an option here. It's interesting because it might be true, actually. I use the energy to take a break, but it's also kind of like the classic bookmark for like temporarily stepping out. Alright, and now I am back at Chagall. Whoa! Layers of reality, right? That was like Inception. Whoa, and I'm drinking a Red Bull. It's not quite a Mad Bull, but it, you know, there's a correlation. You enjoy a cup of Pheromone coffee. And also, actually, it's the Mad Bull is not quite a Red Bull, because I think the effects of a Red Bull are way, way better than like the effects of a Mad Bull presented in Persona 3 Portable. You feel people looking at you. Is this an effect of the coffee? Your charm has increased. It's getting late. You decide to go back to the dorm. Yeah, I've really been getting into that Kim Kardashian Hollywood game. It might not be, I'm not sure. At this moment, it's like, I've not yet established whether it's like playable yet. But I've kind of been going around and like playing it, I suppose. Alright. Meanwhile, at the Moonlight Bridge, it's kind of very inspiring too, like you wear like cute outfits and stuff. And it's like, whoa, the life of a celebrity is so cool and awesome and great. But there is a lot of like, there's stress, right? Like, what happens if you lose fans? what happens if like you run into someone who doesn't like you? It's like, it can be traumatic. Meanwhile, at the Moonlight Bridge, it is the dark hour and a figure on the bridge looks up at the moon. Another figure approaches it. There was a moment yesterday. I was throwing like an 8-hour house party and it was like non-playable, basically. Like I was lounging around, watching TV, cooking, and eating. And then I would be clicking in like pretty much very economically, like with my time. But then at the end I kind of had to watch some ads to like get the energy to like 5-star an event for like a house party. That was kind of rigged. To be honest, it would be rigged if like you actually had to like do that like every time without even watching the ads. Like if it was taking it to the limit, that's killer actually. Another figure approaches it.
I've been looking for you.
Like, I suppose it would make sense for something like that to happen if it was like a boss battle or something, you know, like a premiere event.
What are you doing here?
Oh, that kind of
To
reminds
answer
me.
your question, I ended up here when I came to my senses.
Ah, yeah. It reminds me of the event of my birthday party in the game Chateau Nuit today. I see. I think there are some sciences going on that I've kind of been experimenting with recently. Alright, so Aigis and Ryoji are meeting up here. Oh, this is very... Ooh, this is like sexy serial killer stuff that's happening. And Ryoji said, well, to answer your question, I ended up here when I came to my senses.
It's strange. The sky and the ground look so weird. And there's no one here. Something terrible has happened here. And yet I feel at peace.
Have you forgotten?
Forgotten what?
The Dark Hour. A time period few people are active during. But you've somehow adapted to it. Too well for a human, in fact.
Oh, this is interesting. I suppose that would raise alarm bells, right? Who is Ryoji? Why is he active during the dark hour?
Yes, it's all so clear. Now, I understand the reason behind this feeling I sense when you're around. You are not good. You are my enemy.
Aigis is not getting a good feeling from Ryoji.
Your enemy? Enemy? That's right. On a night like tonight, the moon was full. It was long ago.
Yes, we met once before, as adversaries.
Who am I?
They've met before? Ryoji has like some kind of amnesia? Or maybe was reincarnated somehow? Resurrected?
Who are you?
I am Aigis, the last remaining anti-shadow emergency control weapon. A machine created to destroy shadows.
Created to destroy shadows.
And your true name is Death.
Ryoji is Death? But what about Pharos? Is Pharos Death? Interesting. There are different forms of death? I have death? Is my version of death Pharos? But is Ryoji like the god? Basically, like death? Or I suppose beyond gods, right? Even in like Supernatural, they portray the relationship of death. Like gods those labels do not suffice when talking about death.
You are the shadow I sealed away 10 years ago.
Oop.
Yes, it was 10 years ago. The night I was born into this world, I set foot on this very bridge.
The sole purpose of my existence is to destroy shadows. It is for that reason that I was given a personality and a persona.
I am the 13th Arcana. I was never meant to be.
I see. We got the 12 Arcana, or Arcana. Ryoji pronounces them Arcana, but other characters have been saying Arcana.
Everyone called me Death. But when I was born, a part of my power shattered and was strewn about. As a result, I was incomplete.
Even so, you were far stronger than I anticipated. Since I could not defeat you, my only option was to seal you away.
I see. I guess sealed away death. Like, in a magical way.
Under the circumstances, there was only one suitable vessel. A human boy who happened to be nearby. I had no other choice.
Oh, so is Ryoji the boy who never was? Or who is still there? Kevin. Wait, she's talking about me? What? Oh no! Oh dear!
I see. I was inside him all this time.
Oh, alright. This makes sense. This makes sense. But I was an unwitting victim. And, oh, but also this plays into how death has like a complete form, right? They look human.
And I unwittingly led him to my 12 missing pieces.
Oh, and the other Arcana, or Arcana, as Ryoji says, they're... I see. This makes sense. They're pieces of death. They talk about this in religious literature, right? Like, how like a bridge in Journey to the West, it might be like the backside of God or something.
And then... I see. I understand now.
This example is actually even better. It's like personified. Or they are.
I remember everything.
Oh, what happened? You know what? Maybe Death would be offended in this case, right? Because we went around and we basically killed 12 of their body parts.
Who and what I am.
A machine is created for a purpose. Mine is to defeat you. That is the purpose of my existence.
It doesn't have to be that way. I guess.
I see. The reason AI are created is to be immortal. Is to fight death. But in this case, Aigis is taking it beyond. But somehow, I'm not sure if she might be hitting a dartboard. But it suddenly makes me realize how old Aigis is and how much like XP she has probably like in life.
Palladian!
be foolish, I guess.
Whoa! Things are getting heated. Ryoji sounds kind of... what is the word? Placid. Placating.
I'm different than before. There's no way you can win. I'm sorry.
Aigis was knocked back without setting a finger on Ryoji. Whoa, Ryoji's so cool. They might be the enemy, however. Aigis' chassis was heavily damaged from being slammed to the ground with such force.
I'm sorry. This mission appears impossible. A machine that cannot fulfill its purpose has no worth.
Wow. But then again, in the What If series of Marvel's Avengers, Ultron, it was like an episode of What If Ultron won? And then Ultron fulfilled their purpose, but then like their god was kind of like, wait, maybe the purpose was not what it was about.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Kevin-san.
I'm scared.
Whoa, I could feel Aigis. Her scaredness. Meanwhile, in the dormitory command room, I did not say fear because
Wait, did something happen?
scariness is different, right? But also so is scaredness, actually.
Yukari, is something wrong?
Well, it's a full moon tonight. You noticed it too, didn't you, Senpai? Jeez, I'm starting to feel like a workaholic. Oh no, did something?
We don't know anything for sure. However, we can't find Aigis.
Huh. Where would she have gone? I sensed a persona, but it quickly disappeared. And soon after that, I couldn't detect Aigis' presence. Could it have been Strega?
Well, she hasn't sensed any of their members, but we can't be positive.
Seeing Ryoji here, it kind of makes me wonder about, like, who am I? Because, like, the stuff Junpei was saying about Ryoji, on how he, like, naturally has, like, superhuman talent with flirting with girls or something. It's also true of myself, but it was also true of kind of, like, coming up, right? I would naturally place, like, the highest on test scores and intelligence exams. And like, you know, I was kind of floating through life, but I'd be able to get like second place and stuff. I'd be able to place without trying, actually.
I've confirmed Aigis' location.
However, I think I might have been directed by society to do something like that, actually. It's kind of like this thing. It was like, they kind of like gauged what I was, and they were like, fly down. But then other people, like everyone else, they were like, fly, you know, up.
She's on the Moonlight Bridge.
All right, call the others. Let's see what's going on there.
You rush to the Moonlight Bridge. Aigis' body is heavily damaged. Parts of it are strewn everywhere. Oh, but like, I think the time might have come for me not to fly down, actually. At this point, like, I think I might be the best to decide where I go. Probably not down. but like, I've gotten to the point where like down and up are like, they might not be things anymore. But it's kind of similar to the way, right? Like you see an X and a Y axis, but then they're like, oh, but check it out. There are like negative spaces and negative X's and negative Y's, and then, you know, there's this thing, it's like a Z. And then I suppose I've gotten to that point, like, naturally.
I guess.
I'm sorry. I remember everything. Who I am. Who he is.
Aiga stretched out her worn hand. You clasped her hand. Kevin-san.
I know why I wanted to be by your side. I'm sorry. I failed.
What happened? It's going to be okay. Save your energy. Wait a moment. This is interesting, right? Sometimes my character won't be at the scene, which is playing out on screen, but I, as a viewer and a player, I have knowledge to this information, right? Like, I could play the fool here. I could be like, what happens? Or I could choose not to be. I have another option. Save your energy. It's kind of out of instinct and stuff too, right? I see. I think I'm supposed to say save your energy here. Yes.
I'm sorry.
There's no need for you to apologize. You?
Ryoji-kun? Wait, what are you doing here?
Aigis is no longer moving. It seems she stopped functioning.
What's going on?
It's all my fault.
What? You did this?
Akihiko, wait. He's not showing any signs of aggression. Tell us. Who are you? What are you?
I'm the same as the beings you call shadows.
You're a shadow?
I'm the embodiment of all shadows. The Appriser, born from the union of the 12 Arcana.
The Appriser. Wow. Lucky number 13. Death.
The Appriser?
I remember everything now.
They're like, an all-god. That's like, I think, oh, I see, I understand now. Like, death, in this case, and in a lot of cases, is beyond gods, right? But, at least in the olden times, when they were, like, trying to describe it, they'd be like, All-Father, the All-God.
The frightening truth about myself and shadows. It's all so hard to believe.
You know the truth about shadows?
I do.
What?
The shadows are here to facilitate the rebirth of the maternal being.
Is that me? I'm not sure if I'm joking or not.
The maternal being will begin to awaken as she is drawn to me.
Oh, it might not be me. It might be another character. In-game. Or they are.
The Appriser.
You're the Appriser?
Wait, or is Ryoji the maternal being?
That's right.
Is the Appriser the maternal being?
What is this maternal being?
Alright, it sounds like the maternal being might be different from the Appriser.
She is a great entity. There is no comparable word in your language for her.
There's so many times that happens, actually.
10 years ago, a man collected a great number of shadows and contained them in a laboratory. That's where I was born. But the unification was interrupted, and I awoke in an incomplete state. Not long after, I fell to Aigis, as she did to me.
So Ryoji, was he being combined with the maternal being? The Appriser?
Aigis? Is that true, Ryoji?
She knew she could not defeat me, so in an act of desperation, she sealed me within a child who happened to be standing nearby. That child grew up, carrying me inside him, and by a twist of fate, he later returned here.
I see. I'm kind of reminded of something that happened in Supernatural. Kind of spoilers, like, oh yeah, I won't get into it here. Let's see, I'm kind of going to address the issue without talking about what happened in Supernatural, however. There's a phenomenon they mentioned, and it has to do with, classic timeless antiquity of, like, all religions, basically. And it seems to be the thread is being continued to be sown here, or continued to be drawn.
As a transfer student.
Oh, and there was nice, there's a twist of fate phrase there.
You mean...
Everyone is looking at you in shock.
Yes.
Yes, this is actually shocking, even though I suppose, what I naturally feel is a state which is beyond shock.
I lived inside him.
Ryoji was inside of you? In a different way, though, maybe. Oh my god, but what about the times I was masturbating? Ha, JK. Ryoji's probably cool.
Inside him?
His special persona awakened, as did the 12 shadows, all in order to become one with me.
But then it's also kind of different, right? Like, because masturbation can be dangerous. It's not really dangerous, though, but yeah, you never know.
Ryoji, you're the Appriser? And you were inside him? None of this makes sense.
It's all my fault. I'm sorry. There's more I need to tell you.
What I'm kind of getting here is that the Appriser might actually be like God, but the God in the sense of Judaism, Christian, and Islam.
Ryoji-kun!
Ryoji lost consciousness and fell to the ground.
He appears to be exhausted. Let's let him rest. We have Aigis to attend to as well. We'll continue our talk later.
And the other day my mom she was like, hey, why don't you go to school for like theology or something? And I'm kind of learning about this stuff, especially when it has to do with Persona 3 Portable in this case, but when I was younger, I'm not sure. Like, it's fascinating, but there are like so many things that are fascinating in like the world and society. But also, like, the industry is corrupt. Corrupt AF, like all religions, right? At least on paper. You are in shock at what you've just heard. Ryoji lived inside you for 10 years, waiting to make contact with the 12 shadows. And the boy named Pharos was actually Ryoji. Oh, I see. My version of death was Ryoji, but my version of death, who is Pharaoh's, and I'm guessing here, was also the younger version of me. Ah. So, like, my life as a young person, maybe that was actually death? But I was also there, right? You will be unable to ask Ryoji anything until he wakes up. You took Ryoji and Aigis home. Classroom 2F. Mitsuru walked in.
He's awake now. Let's meet tonight on the 4th floor.
Okay.
All right then. I'll see you later.
Damn that Ryoji.
I was reminded of the fly down concept recently by John Legend from The Voice. He was instructing a certain artist to do something similar, or Winona Judd and John Legend were. But it was this phenom, basically. Or, yeah, named Kaylee. Oh, Kaylee. That's the name of my reflection. Or one of them. The dormitory command room. Everyone has gathered. Ryoji is sitting on the far sofa, hanging his head.
Is everyone present?
Are you okay, Ryoji-kun?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thanks. Besides, there's more I have to tell you guys.
Ryoji-kun.
There are many questions we need answered. To begin with, you said shadows were here to facilitate the rebirth of the maternal being.
Whoa.
Please elaborate on this.
The maternal being? Is she sexy? JK, probably.
The maternal being is called Nyx.
Oh, it's Nyx? The goddess Nyx? The deity Nyx? Yeah, I read about her on Wikipedia. And at one point I was like, do I finish reading about her? But then it was like, something happened, and I was like, oh, now would be the perfect time to finish reading about Nyx.
Who the hell's Nyx?
Nyx is the mother of shadows. In ancient times, she bestowed death to this world. If she is awakened, darkness will once again cover the land and all life will vanish.
All life will vanish.
Are you saying everyone will die?
It would be more accurate to say that everyone will forfeit the will to live.
Nyx, who in a lot of literatures is married to Erebus. However, when you know how things work, you know that the number of times she's married to Erebus is actually probably a minority of the time. And then, the two of them, at least in something I was reading recently, came from Chaos. Ryoji said it would be more accurate to say that everyone will forfeit the will to live. Huh.
Are you talking about the Lost?
Everyone's gonna turn into zombies? Everyone seems to be coming to the same conclusion. Every human being will become like the Lost, leading to the extinction of mankind and the end of the world.
The Fall.
But it's still possible to keep it from happening, right? What? There's no way to prevent it?
I'm sorry.
Wait, what are you apologizing for? Are you saying it's for certain?
Yes. You heard the bell. I'm the Appriser. The Appriser of death. My existence is the affirmation of the Fall.
The affirmation of the Fall?
Everyone is at a loss for words. It is inevitable. The entire human race will become members of the Lost. Ryoji's existence confirms the impending extinction of mankind.
When? When will it happen?
I'm afraid you will not live to see spring.
Damn. This is some heavy subject matter.
But that's not too far away. What are you guys freaking out about? All we have to do is defeat this Nyx. And that won't be a problem, because we've never lost.
Defeating Nyx is impossible. It has nothing to do with strength, ability, or power.
Are you sure? Because those are like attributes.
Just as all living things die, and the flow of time is continuous.
I see, I see. Is Ryoji trapped by gospel?
Nyx cannot be defeated.
What? That's bullshit!
This is all so sudden.
The others are unable to hide their fear.
I was born from a collection of shadows, but now I have a human form, so I can talk with you, laugh with you, cry with you.
I see. Ryoji came from me.
All gifts I received because I was inside him. So, I can give you a choice.
A choice?
Nyx's coming cannot be avoided, but it is possible to live in peace until she arrives. You'll have to kill me. If I were to disappear, all memories of the Dark Hour would disappear with me, as would any recollection of the fate that awaits you.
Is this gonna be like a choice that's coming up that kind of determines the rest of the game?
You won't remember anything. The coming of the fall will be instantaneous, and you will not suffer.
I see.
We'll forget everything?
Damn. That's a tough choice. Surrender and you shall have heaven until the end.
You'll be able to return to your normal lives. And in doing so, the time until the fall will be slightly delayed. In essence, I am the same as Nyx and cannot be killed. But thanks to him, there's a part of me that's human.
I see. Ryoji is... they're like God. But they're not that God. They are that God, actually, but in the same way that, you know, like, I might be different from my younger self. Or like how a person changes.
So if death comes from his hands, I think it may be possible.
Ryoji is looking at you.
Ryoji-kun.
It reminds me of a scene in Supernatural where Castiel is like, the me that is here now is different from the me that was there then.
If you don't kill me, you will suffer more than you could ever imagine. With no hope for salvation, you will live every day paralyzed by the fear of your impending death. And I don't want you to have to endure such pain.
I don't want my memories to be erased. To forget everything would be like hiding from the truth.
Would that really be such a bad thing? All that awaits you now is despair. You don't know the terror of absolute death.
So true, right? If like a primordial being of the universe was like, there are worse things than, the worst thing.
Please, don't make your decision without at least thinking about what I've said.
Why is this happening?
Ryoji quietly stood up.
You don't have to decide right now. You have until December 31st, New Year's Eve, to think about it. After that, I'll dissolve into the blackness of the Dark Hour and become intangible.
Ryoji's gonna dissolve into the Dark Hour?
Ryoji?
I will disappear with the coming of Nyx anyways. So don't worry about me. I'll be back on New Year's Eve.
I see. New Year's Eve. That's wild. Even the calendar, it's kind of been assembled in a form. It's like, first you have the lights, right? Of like, Christmas. But then you have New Year's.
Hey, Ryoji, wait!
Oh, but like, that's for Christian people. Ryoji is gone. And to be honest, like, from what I've learned and what I've seen about Christian people, the majority of them do not have, like, lights. He disappeared, just like Ferris.
Ryoji-kun.
We will see him again on New Year's Eve.
A devastating realization. The world will soon perish. The destiny of mankind is extinction. A difficult decision lies before you. Death is inevitable. The appraiser waits for you. You cannot think clearly. How does a person choose the way he will die? I was thinking I would be making the decision like just now. The question is, do I go on for today? I could go on. But I could stop. This would be a good place to stop. However, it would be good to go on, but I'm not sure I would get to a good place to stop. Alright. I think I should stop here for today. Yeah. For sure. Or not for sure, actually. But like, maybe for sure, probably. This would be a good spot to like, if I was reading, right? There would be a bookmark here. Very soft and gentle. Alright, bye!